Tonight we are bringing you new claims in the now closed investigation of Florida State star quarterback Jameis Winston. The New York Times now releasing its own findings in the case. Good evening, I'm Abby Maurer.
And I'm Jade Balexa. Thank you for watching the news at 5. Allegations against Winston exploded in the media last year. Now the details are back in the spotlight. You may remember the FSU quarterback was accused of sexually assaulting a fellow student after a night of drinking at the bar Potbelly's. The alleged assault happened in December of 2012. Nearly a year later, State Attorney Willie Meggs announced there was not enough evidence to charge Winston. In the article released today by the New York Times, the Tallahassee Police Department is accused of mishandling the investigation. The Times says the department's investigation was flawed, that detectives took too long in gathering evidence, processing the case, responding to the alleged victim's accusation, and interviewing the suspect and witnesses. The Times points to a full timeline of events in this case, beginning when they say the FSU athletic department first found out about the allegations against Winston.
And right next to that timeline, an accusation that investigators showed, quote, little interest in finding out what happened. Here's a look at the timeline they published today, listing December 7th as the day a Florida State student came forward about the alleged rape. The New York Times claims it took 34 days for Tallahassee police to identify Jameis Winston as the suspect. Then on January 23rd, 2 weeks later, police contacted him. 66 days into the case, the Times says the lead investigator filed his first report and closed the case without interviewing key witnesses or getting Winston's DNA or phone records. Now, those steps didn't happen until 342 days after the case was opened. And finally, the timeline ends with the day State Attorney Willie Meggs announced there was not enough evidence to prosecute the FSU quarterback 363 days later. We reached out to the Tallahassee Police Department for a comment on this story, but have not yet heard back. However, FSU's interim president, Dr. Garnett Stokes, has issued a statement about this article by the New York Times. In it, she says there are many shortcomings in the newspaper's account. Stokes goes on to say, quote, any disagreement with the New York Times must not distract the university community from our compelling moral obligation to combat sexual assault. We will not tolerate it. You can view President Stokes' entire response as well as the New York Times report online. We've posted a link on our website, WTXL.tv.
A Florida